Hello YouTube, I thought I would just upload a really quick video regarding the RCBS Chargemaster powder dispenser. I just got this a couple months ago, and this thing is amazing. As you can see, I used to throw all my powder charges out of that powder measure there, and then I would weigh them, and I have actually another RCBS Chargemaster scale that I had bought a long time ago, and I use that digital scale to weigh my charges. I also have a beam scale too, but I found this complete unit on sale for a pretty decent price, and so I went ahead and bought it. I've been wanting a powder, an automatic powder measure for quite a while, and to be honest with you, I really wish I would have invested the money in one of these a long time ago, because it is so amazingly convenient, and you can do you can do a lot with it. You can save a lot of different loads if you want to. Right now, what I'm working on actually, I just made up some of my, these are my hunting loads, 25-06, 100 grain Barnes tip triple shock X bullet, loaded on with 59.5 grains of accurate Mag Pro powder. The RCBS Chargemaster, it actually is two units. You have the scale unit right here, and then you have the powder dispenser. Those go together, and actually, if you look at this other scale here, you can see at the back there's a connector back there that allows these two units to be connected together. So you can actually get these separate, and there's like a bracket that holds them together as well. Like I said, this, you can either buy the scale and the dispenser separately, or you can buy them together as a package. I found the package together. I think, I don't remember where I bought it from, but I bought it as a package deal, and actually for like a really good price. It was like $250, which is really good for the combo. But anyway, just to show you how this works, it's really pretty simple. Once you've got everything set up and you've got it all calibrated, and I've got accurate Mag Pro powder in there right now, and I am actually going to start a new load workup with Nosler AccuBond 110 grain AccuBond bullets. And I'm going to start with a starting load of 54.0 grains. And the way you do this, once you got your powder loaded in there, is you really simple. You just go up here, type in 54.0, and you hit dispense, and the powder dispenser starts to work. As you can see, it starts out fast, and then it slows itself down until it trickles its way up to 54.0 grains. It tells you that's the first load that it's loaded. Shows you 54, and the beep tells you that it's done. And then you can just drop that right in there like that. Put the powder tray back on there, and then you just, again, hit dispense, and it will redispense another charge at the previously selected powder amount. Now, you might have noticed there's something weird sticking out at the end of the charge tube there. Actually, on this particular powder measure, to make it go faster, I've actually reprogrammed this. There's a way you can get into the programming, and you can change the set points where it goes from, it has 4 different dispensing speeds, and you can change the set points from the factory defaults of where the dispenser changes its speed from the highest speed and then drops down to each successive speed, and as you get, as it approaches the desired charge weight. And I've changed those so that they're actually a little bit tighter. The original factory programming has the speed changing really early. So what happens is it creeps up on the selected charge weight really slow, and it takes a long time. You can take, a minute, 30 seconds to a minute to dispense 54 grains of powder like this. I have tweaked those numbers a little bit, and there's instructions on the internet out there. I've tweaked those numbers to tighten up the threshold for when the speed changes, so that it dispenses quite a bit faster. I've also put the straw, that's actually a McDonald's drinking straw. And for this particular dispenser, only the McDonald's straw works. The McDonald's straw is the perfect size. And what I've done is I have trimmed the straw so that it fits into that tube and goes all the way back into where the dispenser feeds powder from the reservoir here. And I cut a notch in there. And then I also cut it to length, and I put these little notches on the end of the straw. And what that does is that allows the powder to flow more smoothly out of the tube. This metal tube, this aluminum tube here, actually has like a spiral cut into the inside of it. And what happens is, as it's turning, it has a tendency to kind of just spurt powder out in clumps. And you wind up with a lot of overcharges, 0.1, 0.2 grains. Because what happens is even as it's trickling at the slowest speed, it has a tendency to just kind of like belch out, for lack of a better term, clumps of powder. By putting this straw in here, which is nice and smooth, and then cutting these little notches in the end, it actually allows the powder grains, it separates the powder grains, and they flow very smoothly. And so as it's trickling, it only drops a few grains at a time, which allows it to be much more accurate. What I found is that it hardly ever, with this modification and with the settings that I've got it configured at, it hardly ever throws an overcharge. It can, but it runs fast to within like 3 or 4 grains of the desired charge before it starts to slow down, and then it can work itself right up to the desired charge, and it can dispense 50 to 60 grains of powder, 70 grains of powder. For my 300 Win Mag, I'm with Mag Pro, I'm running about 84 grains, and it can dispense an 84 grain charge in 15 to 20 seconds, which is pretty good. So anyway, that's how that works, and I really strongly recommend this powder dispenser. It's actually very good. I'm quite happy with it, and I would never want to go back to manually weighing and trickling charges. This thing is really quite good. So that's it. Have a great day, everybody, and thanks for watching my video.